Previously on Wild Bills, a dismal day one for the Sailfish 400 leaves a fairly level playing field.
Wide fishing, wide fast.
And with the lead boat at only 6 releases, the Sailfish appear to be winning.
I got that fish!
Will the Wild Bills teams be able to turn the stakes in their favor?
6 fish is leading. We have 2 fish today. That's basically 4 more to go.
It's the Sailfish 400 finale. Ready, set, go. For 5 months of intense competition.
Everybody wants to take the top prize. They get recognized as winning the biggest event.
Through 4 hard-fought, high-stakes tournaments.
We're going to work hard at it and do whatever it takes to get the bites.
The world's best sail fishing teams put it all on the line once again in their quest to get tight with the fastest fish in the sea, the iconic, acrobatic Atlantic sailfish.
Every time I see one come up on a kite bait, it just, I can't help it. I love it.
At stake, a multi-million-dollar purse, the coveted burgundy jacket,
We will be putting on that jacket at the end of the season.
and title of #1 sail fishing team in the world. Only one team will reign victorious in the prestigious Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series. The rematch of Teams Liquid, 4 Aces, and Vitamin C2. Wild Bills.
Wild Bills, presented by Bass Pro Shops.
47 sail fishing teams in a race to the finish for a purse totaling more than $650 grand. Miami, Florida, day 2 of the Sailfish 400, second leg of the 4-tournament Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series. Day 1 leaves the lead boat with only 6 releases in the 2-day tournament, and the Wild Bills teams are right on their tail, with that victory bath well within reach.
Fresh bait, new luck, new day. Yeah, boy. Don't lose the fish when they bite.
Yellow.
6 fish is leading. That can happen in a half hour. That can happen. You can have a pack of 6 in your spread at line's end.
I don't ever go in with a game plan. We're going to start here and we're going to catch an early multiple and we're going to go work our asses off, find the absolute best conditions we can find, put our bait in the water that is the best bait anybody's got, and make it happen. There's just no other way of doing it for us.
The marine forecast for Saturday, day 2 of the Sailfish 400. Partly cloudy with a high of 56. East-northeast winds around 10 knots. Seas 2 to 4 feet with occasional seas to 5. The fleet heads out of Miami's Government Cut, eager to get on the sails early and finish first.
The guys are good enough, and we generally make good enough decisions to make a comeback possible. And with as slow as the fishing was yesterday, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, is it really possible? I was thinking if we could do 12, then yeah, we win the tournament. But is 12 even possible on a day like today?
It's wide open. If you look at day 1 standings, going into day 2, that could be same fishing conditions, or it could finally go off. You don't know what it's going to do, right? So we're going out today. It's a little bit colder. We're up in the tower. We're going out. There's still a swell, strong north wind. Everybody you talk to, they're like, it's going to happen.
Your thought process is this is going to be the day. It's going to be an epic day of fishing for a lot of people.
Team Vitamin C2 starts out just north of the inlet, while 4 Aces takes a gamble and runs to the south.
We ended up going out and decided that we were going to head to the southern boundary almost. And we took about a 25-mile run down to the south and got down there and looked pretty good.
Starting day 2, we're getting ready to start fishing here in like 15 minutes. We're going to catch 5 or 6 real quick here to get right back on top and give everybody a run for their money. There was some action down here at the end of the day, and there might be some fish around here, so we'll see. It's chilly.
Team Liquid heads to the north, just south of Hallover Inlet.
Made a decision to try to kind of jump the pack a little bit, and I wanted to be on the north end, but I didn't want to be north of Hallover. There was a really subtle little edge that started in 180, and I'm always looking for edges kind of tapering inshore a little bit, with the theory being that if a fish inshore me hits that edge and gets interested in it, it's going to slide on that. And not only are you covering the 300-foot swath of your kites, but you're covering that inshore part of that edge where he might hit.
Feeling pretty good. I mean, I'm excited, amped up, all at the same time. Ready to roll.
At this point, any team can take the lead and the trophy.
Official tournament time is 7:30 lines in. Good luck today for day 2 of Sailfish 400.
Up next on Wild Bills, gentlemen, start your engines. The Sailfish 400 finale is about to begin. It's 7:30 a.m. Lines in for the Sailfish 400 finale, and morning conditions are right to bring up some sails.
7:30 lines in.
Seconds after lines in, the spinner guy got a sardine out on the long and on the spinner. He said, I'm bit, and I'm watching it, and it's that nice subtle pull. And yeah, I think it's right. I'm agreeing. Yeah, that's right. It's definitely right. There he goes jumping.
Yeah, it's gonna be him, isn't it? Maybe? It's him, it's him, it's him! Crossing coming right at us, dude.
The nice thing was, as he was jumping kind of slightly inshore of the boat, so I could slide offshore of him and hopefully pull a fish off of it. And one of my guys back there in the kite says, hey, I just saw Taylor. I'm sure of it.
Where?
And I look back and here he comes. Yeah, you did.
Taylor, right there, heading towards the middle bait, heading towards the middle bait. Get him up, step right on up.
Plows in, so I start off with a double.
There he is, he's on the right middle. Feed him, baby, feed him.
That first bite I got, and we led it into a double.
Are you tight yet, Keith?
Keith caught the first fish. That was our first release.
Contact, clip out. Stop the kite, he's out. There he is, Keith. Keith's fish is far more chill than yours, Jimmy. Back off for me, buddy. Back up, there you go. Get him. A little separation, there's our separation. Nice work, nice work. There's our separation. All right, Billy, we got Keith, we're good there. Come on, lead us off, man. Woo.
81 green.
81 green.
Liquid, day 2,
No,
fish
me,
1.
me. Oh, sorry. Yeah, go ahead, son. 81 green. 81 green. I'm a ding dong.
And then we back down on my fish, and then we get back to the bow, and we get my fish caught.
Right there, there's the leader. Grab it, wrap. Yes. Nice work, guys. Let's go.
We wound up catching that fish.
2-9, Jimmy DeMarco.
All right, now the juices are rolling. We're good, and we catch them both relatively quickly.
81 green, Keith. 82 red for Jimmy. Pop out now with the sail.
My next bait in the water was almost an immediate bite again.
Possible fish 3 here, Jimmy DeMarco. Definitely a sail.
Get spun back around, spinner goes back in the water, and fuck, Jimmy, here he comes. Little guy, pop.
Hey, I'm gonna go out a little bit. Careful, he's facing it on the right side, guys. Get that leader, grab the fucking leader. There.
I came tight, and this fish was what I believe to be after it came up, surfed. We got the video of it. We got the leader touch.
Did they get that? 2-9, Jimmy.
41, England Vanessa.
2-9, Jimmy.
When Chad got the touch and took a wrap on it, the whole hook and bait came back.
D.
29, England Jimmy, confirmation number 87 green, 87 green.
87 green. 87 green.
I think it was all bill wrapped, but this fish stayed very docile. We managed to get the catch on it. You know, once you get the leader touch, you get him up, you get the video, it's a caught fish. I'll take him any way I can get him.
287 green, yeah, for Jimmy DeMarco.
We catch that one in less than a minute. So now we're 3 fish in 45 minutes into the tournament.
I got it. Feed him, Mikey, feed him. I got nothing now. He's easing off with it, don't worry, he's on you. Let him eat.
It was awesome, it was red hot. We were inside, I guess a little bit shallower, and Captain Art Sapp saw a flopper, or actually it was tailing a little bit.
Oh, shit, stop, Jimmy, he's there, left short. Fish 4, Mike going right now.
So we ran out, swung the kites around.
Get over Mikey, go for the bow. Keep walking around. I got the fish.
And left short bait, and put my bait in the water, and sail came up and ate it right away. Kind of ripped it out of his mouth with the momentum, with the and put them back in the water, and the sail came right back and swallowed them up, and that was it. It was game on.
Okay, got another flopper south of us. Oh, wait, watch. Separation. We're all good. 9-7 blue. 9-7 blue. Bring it down. Forward. 9-7 blue. Might go a fish 9-7 blue.
Inevitably, we made the right decision early on, right off the bat. Absolutely. I mean, we smoked off to a great lead.
Just to the south, Team Vitamin C2 also gets into the early morning bite.
Get the baits out, everything's fine. Everything's going, we're waiting. I think about a half hour into it, we had our first fish. Left side gets bit. One of the younger kids, Logan, he was on the rod. And, you know, textbook, did everything fine. Gets the fish, everything's going. Fish jumps, everything. We got him on film, comes around to the side. It's probably about 2 feet away. Everything's going good. We already have the fish on video. It's a recognizable fish. It's a sailfish. Just coming up here, all of a sudden. And I mean, waiting, and all of a sudden, it just goes. No touch, no fish.
We pulled one off a foot away from the leader, you know, that never should have came off. We had another one get wrapped up in the leader that never really ate. He just got wrapped up in the leader. So we, right out of the gates, we were 0 for 2. And then we had a free jumper come right, like I couldn't even get the boat out of the way, and trying to get baits in front of him and throw baits to him, and never bit. So, you know, it was kind of 3, okay, come on guys.
Feeling far removed from the action, Team 4 Aces is beginning to regret their position near the southern boundary.
This is what makes them bite. Triple header. You gotta have somebody who's gotta have one more. 3 for 3 right here, buddy. 4. No, yeah, let's go 4. Quad. Peter, anybody? Brian?
No sailfish. And then the radio's going off, and boy, the fish were biting, 35 miles to the north. And so we realized then we made a bad decision, and so it was a costly decision.
Heard everybody's catching some and we ain't, so that's pretty much what I didn't want to hear. So we better get our ass in gear or we're done. That's simple. Pretty much to blame for our bad morning, because I sort of, not convinced, but influenced my captain on where to go today, and it turned out to be a really, really bad decision.
So the Aces batten down and run up to the double diamonds.
We decided to make the run to the north, which was kind of rough, so it was a little bit of a slow ride up.
By the time we were able to make a move and got up here where the bite had been on, the bite was off. I don't know, man.
And they aren't the only boat heading north to where Liquid and the morning bite are on fire.
We were the early bite today, and if we were hot. I called it. I'm like, we got another 45, 50 minutes until the fleet finds us. They find us. You can see boats piling in north and south, mostly from the south, coming up. Where's Liquid? And that's how it goes.
Keep pushing.
Coming up next, Team Liquid moves up on the board. Will the other Wild Bills teams be able to catch them? The morning bite is on. Day 2 of the Sailfish 400, second leg in the Quest for the Crest Sailfish Series. And no team is more juiced than Team Liquid, now up to 3rd place in the tournament with no signs of stopping. Liquid adjusts position to get ahead of the ensuing crowd and continues their streak.
Right shark!
Made a nice move to the north, banged out a single.
He's wrapped up, go total loose, let him eat the bait still. Come tight. Gentle though, gentle.
My first fish came up. I had a lot of slack in my line, got wrapped up a little bit, worked itself out, came tight, caught him quick.
Fish 5, Tim Steele. Fish 5, Tim Steele.
We ended up catching 5 there in the first couple hours or whatever with another Taylor.
I caught a sailfish! That's my first sailfish all year. His first for the season. I didn't think I was going to catch one. Fish 5, day 2, 119, Amarillo, yellow.
And then a flopper offshore that was really parallel with us, and the wind was enough that we could move. So we yanked the baits in the air. I'm sitting at 180, I motor out to 240 feet of water.
Get over the top of him, Jimmy. Come on, fish. Fight for me, baby. Rob, you gotta bring your rod tip right to him. He's not far. He's about to jump. He's about to jump. There he is, right there. Shoot the fish, shoot the fish, shoot the fish in the water. There you go, there you go. Yes, yes, Robert.
Over Rob, confirmation number was 135 yellow.
Yes.
While Team Liquid is speeding through the releases, Team Vitamin C2 could use a spark.
It was calming down a little bit, but you still had a swell. Where you had our bait, we had a really nice presentation. And the one short bait was basically just right in front of us. It was acting really weird, and sure enough, all of a sudden I see this darker little shadow underneath the bait, and all of a sudden it comes right there and it just turns Technicolor blue. And I'm like, there he is, there's a sailfish on shore, and he eats the right way, and he just starts cruising south. And it ended up being, I think it was like 6 pounds. The sailfish was not that big. Doesn't matter though. You still get the release points for one fish.
See, that's how it's done. You know, when the opportunity's there, you got to take advantage of everything that you got. Fish came up really nice and neat. 8 didn't even realize what was going on. So, I don't know, 7, 8 more real quick.
Soon after, Team Liquid is hot on the trail of the flopper that could put them up to 7 in the daily.
Get to where I'm lined up with what I believe the fish was flopping, spin them, and I tell the guys, look, hold those baits, get them in the water, but don't let them dump a ton of line. We need them to swing. So as I turn around and look, what was the left short, and it piles, it gets yanked out of the water, it hit the water, the sail piles on the thing instantly. It got behind me. I thought I was giving us some lead time, and he dumps it and the thing piles right back on it again.
Second fish was it was perfectly executed, the second fish. It was like I actually knew what I was doing.
Fish 7, day 2, 170 red. Jim Steele. I think that just pushed us up into the lead today and overall right now, I believe. Hey, but every fish is big in this tournament.
Team 4 Aces has yet to get on the board and is feeling the pain.
Had one fish that came up, ate 2 baits, and we could just never get a hook to stick in them.
One was just a quick grab and left the hook baitless, and then might have been the same sailfish came on later on to another line. We had him hooked solid and we just lost him. Create a nice cursing event and frustration with yourself, and away you go.
We're trying hard. We're doing the best we can. It just sucks. This has not been a good year for me. This has been a really bad year, and hopefully I can turn it around. I'm a successful guy because I'm stubborn. I work hard at what I do. You know, I throw everything I got at it, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to do it.
Next on Wild Bills, while Team Liquid has their eyes on the prize and Vitamin C2 is determined to tilt the scales in their favor, will Team 4 Aces start at the southern boundary seal their fate to the finish?
There he is, right there. Shoot the fish, shoot the fish, shoot the fish in the water.
While Wild Bill's Team Liquid has been steadily racking up points, Team 4 Aces has yet to get tight on a sail.
We made a calculated risk and it didn't work out for us. But I do take it personal because I'm passionate about this. I got a reputation that I like to uphold.
With just minutes to lines out, Vitamin C2's hard work pays off.
I went on the front and did a flat line rather than work the kite. And all of a sudden, here he is, eats it. And we get our last fish at the end of the day. But, you know, that ended up with 2, and that was it.
As the clock counts down to lines out, Team Liquid could be into big money for the daily.
Day 2, salesmen are in 5th with 5 releases. Under 1 have 6 releases. No Problem also has 6 releases, and they're in 3rd. And 2nd is Liquid with 7.
Going into the last 10 minutes of the fishing tournament, we're sitting in 2nd place and looking at probably an $85,000, $90,000 payday, which would have been really, really nice for a guy like me who has to win these things to pay the mortgage.
Get the leader, somebody!
But as it turns out, a couple of guys were a little better than I was today and got some bites there in the last 10 minutes.
We got the release!
And they took that $90,000 payday. If you were strictly doing it for the money, I'd be doing something very different for a living.
Thank you guys, lines out, it's official.
Game over.
His decision to start to the south dogs 4 Aces team owner Peter Adrian.
How you take days like this make you a better fisherman. And I think that's the same in every sport or every competitive thing that you do in life. If you don't know how to come back from bad, devastating defeat, you'll never be a good winner. You have to swallow your sour pill and go home tonight and then wake up tomorrow and it's a new day and you gotta figure out what mistake you can fix or learn from and then go out and do what you know how to do.
Wild Bill's team Liquid finishes in 4th place in the tournament, only 2 fish down from the leader.
Good job, Art.
Good job, boys.
Halfway through the Quest for the Crest Sailfish series with only 2 tournaments to go, Team Liquid is feeling confident.
We did what we could to put ourselves in a great position for that purple jacket, which is still the goal.
And we're gonna press, we're gonna push and do whatever it takes to get that done each day.
That doesn't mean the other Wild Bills teams are hanging up their flags.
One bite turns into a triple or a quad, and it takes 5 minutes to change it. We'll get there. We'll get there. We got 2 more tournaments.
Good job, man.
We were in the top 10 in the first tournament. Now we're in a bind because now we're in the back of the pack. So we gotta have 2 spectacular tournaments. Can it happen? Absolutely, it can happen.
The next tournament, Sailfish Challenge, will bring out the best of the best.
It's the 11th hour. It's the 11th hour. We got our backs up against the wall. Got a great boat owner who put his confidence in us, and we let him down today. So we got to come up with a real strong game next time.
We have the ability to recover if we have a good next tournament and a good final tournament. We're still in the mix.
In this quest for the crest, only the best will prevail.
Nobody's going to give it to us. We're going to work like hell, and you're going to get it. There's no insurmountable mountain. We're going to catch them. We're going to find it, find a spot, and we're going to catch up to whoever it is that's leading the tournament.
Next week on Wild Bills, the largest sail fishing tournament in the world, the 3 Inlet Sailfish Challenge.